Video Princess second. Another Chance on the Fence is third. 1 1/4 Sir Linford. Awesome Rule still wanting to fight the rider a bit as second last. And Jugatrice last of all. Ice Time the leader. No pace. And as he heads to the 1,000-metre mark, the field covers about 7 lengths or so. And it's Ice Time by 1 length to Video Prince. 1 1/4 Another Chance. A length and a half to Sir Linford. And then Awesome Rule on the inside, who's settled a little better now. And Jugatrice 3/4 away on his outside. About 900 to go now. Down the side of the course they run. Ice Time 3/4 to Video Prince. A length and a half away Sir Linford outside Another Chance. Awesome Rule 2 lengths back on the inside, and Jugatrice is last of all. They're heading towards the 600, and it's Ice Time 3/4 to Video Prince. 1 1/2 away Sir Linford outside Another Chance. 2 lengths Awesome Rule on the inside, and Jugatrice is still last as they near the turn. There's been no change for some time, and it's Ice Time the leader. 400 metres to go. Video Prince chasing. Sir Linford is within 2 of the leader coming around the outside. Jugatrice is on his back when they corner. It's Ice Time first into the bend. Sir Linford coming after it 3 wide. Jugatrice pulls out in the middle of the course, and Video Prince is between horses. Another Chance strung up for a run. Sir Linford takes the lead. 150 to go. Jugatrice comes at him quickly. The favourites fighting it out. Jugatrice the outside and Sir Linford. Jugatrice and Sir Linford kicking. He's kicking strongly on the inside, and it's very close between Sir Linford the inside and Jugatrice, who looked to have it won, but he's wilted on his run. Video Prince will grab third on the inside from Awesome Rule. Another Chance, and Ice Time dropped out to finish last. Stand by for numbers. It's been a great fighting finish in the first on the card.
It's blue at the start this week after losing the rider at the start last week, and Tukey's Gold beat them out the lead early from Spirit Level. Shamrock Dancer to Londa out a little bit deep early. Behind those runners, Cart on its inside, Dancing Illusion, and 2 1/2 to Bonza Blue last of all, and about 5 or 6 off the front runner, which is Tukey's Gold. 1,400 metres to travel. Tukey's Gold leading by a length to Londa, now getting in closer. 1 off the fence second. Spirit Level third in the box seat, and Shamrock Dancer fourth. Next on its inside was Dancing Illusion, the 8-year-old mare. Around it, Cart, the other mare, and 2 lengths away last of all, Bonza Blue. 1,200 metres left to travel. Tukey's Gold trying to lead throughout here. Leads by a length and a half to Londa racing second. Spirit Level was third on the inside of Shamrock Dancer. Dancing Illusion next on the inside of Carton, still 2 to Bonza Blue. It was last of all, so the Dodson runners are the bookends here. They're first and last, and the front runner was Tukey's Gold. Leading by 2 1/4 lengths now, 2 to Londa second. Spirit Level travelling third on the inside of Shamrock Dancer. Dancing Illusion on the inside of Carton, still a length and a half to Bonza Blue, and still about 6 lengths off the leader. Tukey's Gold down the side at the 700, leading by just over a length and a half to Londa second. Racing third now, Shamrock Dancer. Spirit Level being niggled at next on the inside. Then Cart, Dancing Illusion, and Bonza Blue will be last for home. At the 500, Tukey's Gold, led by a length 2 to Londa. Shamrock Dancer now moving up 3 deep. Spirit Level being hard ridden next. Behind it, Cart, Dancing Illusion, and Bonza Blue to the outside. In the straight now at the 300, and Shamrock Dancer quickly swept up to hit the lead now from Tukey's Gold, fighting on. Cart was joining in with Bonza Blue. He goes for the whip on Shamrock Dancer. Tukey's Gold to Londa, and Bonza Blue out wide might beat them all. Bonza Blue goes to Shamrock Dancer. It'll get up Bonza Blue. Bonza Blue wins by a half to Shamrock Dancer. Tukey's Gold fought on for third ahead of Londa. Then Cart, Dancing Illusion, and last in Spirit Level. Bonza Blue over the top.
And they're set. Ready to jump. They're racing out wide. Cash Cow exploded out of the gates, and Miss Brinkley hit the ground running. Silver off in the centre showing speed. Pink Pedal with the gold cap fourth. Plunder the fence fifth. Silver Doff, Amber Lily getting back, and Heavenly Sent no speed last of all. 750 out. And Miss Brinkley on the inside went to the front. She wants to reef for rain. Led by a long neck on Silver off. Cash Cow a length away and 3 deep from Pink Pedal. Plunder on the fence. Then the grey making ground is Silver Doff from Amber Lily and Heavenly Sent. On the bend, and Miss Brinkley will turn with a margin of a neck to spare. Silver off the outside, and Cash Cow a muck leather. She's out 3 wide, a length away and being called upon. They were followed by Plunder on the fence. Then Amber Lily down the outside, running on from Pink Pedal. The front runner, Beasley, yet to go for Miss Brinkley. She's travelling all right. Led by over a length on Cash Cow, who's under pressure but chasing hard. And they're well clear from Silver off, but Miss Brinkley found another gear at the 100 metres mark. Cash Cow's running out under pressure, and Miss Brinkley is charging to the post and will win resoundingly. Second is Cash Cow, third a photo. It's either Silver off or Pink Pedal, nothing between them. Amber Lily next. Silver Doff, Plunder well back, and a long last to Heavenly Sent. Miss Brinkley had the bloodlines to be good, had barrier.
Now Phibbs is coming up into a middle line. Brooks Express is set, and the field looks to be almost right. Monterosso to take the outside gate, and we'll have them right. Starter is on the platform. Here's Monterosso going up into the line now. Half-sister of the Flying Fluoro. She's set and they're all in. All clear and off. Miss Penny Money a little slow. Turlington out well. Phibbs jumped all right, but is getting back a little early. And Northeast Sheila flew out of the gates. At the 800, she led by 2 lengths to Brooks Express outside Turlington. They're followed by Kiltea, getting away from the fence early. Phibbs on her outside, and Monterosso going up deep on the course in the red cap. One behind those horses, Volkster on the rail, followed by Halloween Mist. Minerva's got a long way back, followed by Miss Penny Money, who's going up round her, and Co-Dancer last. Northeast Sheila led Brooks Express. Monterosso wide. Turlington on the fence 4th, and Phibbs is 5th just around the home turn, followed by Miss Penny Money. Phibbs gets into the clear. Northeast Sheila leads in the straight, 2 lengths to Brooks Express. Phibbs called on the grey, and Turlington through on the inside, but Northeast Sheila inside the 200, shown the whip by 2. Turlington, Brooks Express. Phibbs can't go on. Northeast Sheila 3 in front, draws away, and the fastest filly around in Victoria. Northeast Sheila bolts it in over Miss Penny Money, grabbing second, just in advance of Brooks Express. Turlington, Kiltea. Phibbs couldn't go on after a pretty good run. In behind them were Volkster, Monterosso, who weakened. Minerva never came into the race. Then came Halloween Mist, and Co-Dancer was last all of the way.
Set race 2. Light on. And they're away and racing. And towards the inside, Alone and Peril both jumped out okay. Set the Pace was also showing speed. Now Moneta coming over with Enlightening. Edu Blue, My Boy Emirate, wider out. Lazaire's in that leading group as well with Meteora. Just in behind those was Pretty Courageous. Back towards the inside of it, Always Aspire from Zipper King. Getting a long way back, Gilbert Street with Rubajou. Well back in the field, Zip Infatuation, and back last of all now was Peril. But Lazaire showing great paces, found the lead now. Deerfoot went through on its inside. Right behind those, Enlightening third. It wants to hang a little bit around the turn here. Lazaire, it's on one rein, but it's still in front of Deerfoot. Then Enlightening, Meteora, Set the Pace was next. And then Alone back on the inside at the 200 though. And he now shakes up this leader, Lazaire. It's going well. Enlightening giving chase from Deerfoot and Meteora. Lazaire in front. Enlightening and Meteora, they're bridging the gap late, but Lazaire still in front. She should just hang on, Lazaire. She will. Lazaire wins by a length to Meteora, a length to Enlightening third, Deerfoot fourth. They all ran very well. About 4 lengths away then to Set the Pace with Always Aspire. Zip Infatuation made some ground late from Pretty Courageous, Edu Blue. Further back, Gilbert Street, Rubajou. Behind those runners then we had next to finish Alone. It was well back with My Boy Emirate. Also Zipper King, and back towards the tail, Peril with Moneta.
17 Lazaire, $4 Super Tab. Came into $3.90 in New South Wales.
And Zagimi near the inside hit the ground running. Coming out quickly is Dane Bridge, and going very smartly, Dane Bridge will try and cross. He'll do that, lead 2 lengths on Zagimi. Princeton on the outside, Dangerous 3 out and 3 lengths away, last of all in the flesh. Danebridge the front runner, off the fence, and Zagimi was able to rail through and join him. 2 or 3 lengths away, Princeton, Dangerous being niggled at, and 2 lengths to win the flesh. Coming towards the bend, Dane Ripper's full brother on the outside, Danebridge just led. On the inside, Zagimi, coming out wide, Princeton, Dangerous will come deep, and 2 lengths away to win the flesh. In the stretch, 400 metres to go, Zagimi the inside, Danebridge the outside, and Princeton at big odds running a heck of a race. And Dangerous 2 lengths away, taking a while to hit top gear. Danebridge under a grip at the 200 metres mark. He hasn't let him go yet, Beasley, led by a length and a half. Princeton, Dangerous starting to hit top gear and motor home now. Dangerous is after Danebridge and Princeton. Dangerous coming after Danebridge, who's still in front. Princeton lunging, but Danebridge too good. Danebridge wins from Dangerous. Third is Princeton, who ran a heck of a race. They were followed by Zagimi, and a long last was in the flesh. Exciting race that. But Danebridge
Getting back is Straight Lane just after the start. As to then was Dancing Days, and another going back is Mintic with Flying Free. Now beginning very quickly here is Illuminate from a wide draw going up, and Pretty Wicked's right there. Savannah Success off the inside's going to be handy, and alongside of it is She's a Mini Soap Opera, and Chris Muntz off and around them 3 wide. Nahayan's the next inside of Pravda. Straight Victory was next around No Alimony, and on the inside is Touch. Stylish centre length away as they move out of the straight in the Oaks. Cavatina's the next inside of Marionetta. Carryard's a fair way back. As to here is Mintic with a half on the outside. Then is Dancing Days. Straight Lane second to last, and 4 lengths to Flying Freeze the last as they head up to the 1600 metres in the Oaks of 99. And Soap Opera and the Australian rider Chris Muntz have taken over. Leads them by 2 lengths. Pretty Wicked is second, and Illuminate is third on the outside. Savannah Success fourth inside of She's a Mini. Nahayan's travelling very hard on the inside next of Pravda, and Straight Victory's a little wider on those, tracked up by Marionetta as they move on down the back of the track. The next back behind Marionetta then is No Alimony. On the inside of it is Torch. Stylish Scent just in front of those. Dancing Days looking to go forward on the outside. Carryard will track that, 1,000 to go. Cavatina's the next one, further away then Mintic. Straight Lane, and still 4 lengths to Flying Free. She's the last one. Soap Opera brings them down the side of the course from Marionetta at the 850 metres. Pretty Wicked's right on them with Illuminate. Savannah Success next over on the inside. In company with that She's a Mini. Straight Victory, No Luck's been 3 wide. Stylish Sense tracking that. Pravda between them. Nahayan still bolting on the inside. She's well and truly pocketed. Dancing Days looking to go forward from No Alimony. The next is Torch on the inside then of Carryard. Further away then Mintic. Straight Lane, Flying Free, and Cavatina's last as they turn in the Oaks. And here's Soap Opera. Pretty Wicked's after at the outside, and then the gap's coming here for Savannah Success, and Nahayan right against the inside, wider out Straight Victory, and Dancing Days right to the outside. Savannah Success in front. Savannah Success running on. Pravda, Nahayan the inside, and then Pretty Wicked. 2 Group 1s on the day for Lance O'Sullivan, and this great filly Savannah Success wins the Oaks. Second Pravda. I think No Alimony's got to third in front of Nahayan. Dancing Days out wide. Right with these runners as well then has been Torch. She's a Mini. Deeper out Mintic behind these runners, then Straight Victory, Flying Free, Carryard, She's a Mini, Stylish Scent, Cavatina. Straight Lane, Marionetta back as to Illuminate when they've crossed the line in the Oaks of 99. What a day, LAO.
Wait, Ruthless Tycoon and Miner. Ruthless Tycoon and Miner will be the last 2 to move up into the gates. One of the names stood well. Ruthless Tycoon takes the outside gate, and Miner will be the last to move in. Good win at the night meeting at Moonee Valley. Step in grade, no doubt, here. And he's coming along into the stalls. Cullen on the inside, Real Jester in all white colours. Drawn in about gate 5. Next there to Miner, they're set. Racing now, Real Jester, if anything, just a little slow. Shotty missed it on the rail. Cullen, one of the first to bounce out. Lure of London away in a hurry. And Harley is settling third on the inside in the lime colours. They're followed by Epigram. Real Jester picks up his legs and goes to 4th. Akhenaten follows him. Then came Ruthless Tycoon. Shotty getting through on the inside. Miner a good way back from Honour the Name. And they're trailed by Keenland and 2 lengths to Lord Bigston. It's Cullen in front. Lure of London a half length away second. 2 Harley, Real Jester. 2 Akhenaten as they came to the turn from Epigram. Shotty on the fence, and then Miner from Ruthless Tycoon and Honour the Name. But Cullen corners beautifully around the bend, a length and a half in front of Harley going through on the inside of Lure of London. Real Jester pulled to the outside under the whip, but it's Cullen in front at the 200, leads by 2 lengths to Harley, who's trying hard, and then Real Jester on the outside from Honour the Name. Cullen in front, Harley a bit green behind it, can't pick him up at the moment. Cullen hands and heels, and Cullen wins it a half length to Harley. 2 lengths away third. Honour the Name's been a very nice run, coming home strongly to grab it from Real Jester. Close up on the inside of those was Akhenaten in company with Ruthless Tycoon, and they were followed by Lure of London, who weakened, and then Keenland, Miner, Epigram, Lord Bigston, and Shotty dropped out to last. Cullen the winner, and he's run 57.36 The filly Northeast Sheila ran 57.2.
Marker now in the front runner on the inside, Power Plan, but Celamine's putting the pressure on early. That pair speed away to lead by 4 or 5 lengths to Aviate, dropping into third. Lindbird was fourth. There's plenty of speed on here. Next on the inside, Pope's Hill, Skimmerback second last, and on her inside last of all was Morris. He's given up now on Celamine, and he's easing in behind Power Plan, which leads inside the 1200. It's Power Plan leading by a length and a half, now 2 lengths to Celamine second. 4 lengths away, racing third, Aviate on the inside of Lindbird. Another 3 further back to Pope's Hill, Skimmer, and Morris with it last of all. 1,000 out, they start to pack up now. Only 5 or 6 lengths covering them, and Power Plan leading by a couple to Celamine second. Lindbird racing third, around Aviate on the inside. Next was Skimmer starting to improve. Then Morris, and back last of all was Pope's Hill. Down the side they come now at the 800, and Power Plan leading by 3/4 to Celamine. Lindbird's about to stride up 3 deep. Aviate sweating on a run next on the inside, then Skimmer, and 3 further back to Pope's Hill, and Morris was last of all. 600 metres left to travel. Power Plan leading here from Celamine. Lindbird out 3 deep, but he's under the whip. Aviate needs a run. 2 further back to Skimmer. She's also being hard ridden. Then Pope's Hill, and last of all Morris on the turn. Power Plan leads. He's trying to get out on Aviate. He's trying to switch around these leaders. Power Plan tackled by Celamine. Lindbird wider out. He can't get through on Aviate, and Skimmer down the outside at the 200. Lindbird moved up now to Celamine. Behind those Aviate, Skimmer and Pope's Hill. Lindbird the leader from Aviate. Pope's Hill the outside late. It's now Aviate and Pope's Hill going to the lead. Aviate and Pope's Hill. Pope's Hill. Pope's Hill gets up to score by half ahead to Aviate. They were getting very tired the last 100 metres or so. Third will be Lindbird. Close up Skimmer and Celamine. Then Power Plan and the jumper Morris along last. Pope's Hill.
Hadley and Suzuka driving through. They were followed by Ankara. Lady Camelot on the inside, pushing up 2 lengths away to Isla Tan, and nothing to declare. Mrs. Geiger trapped very wide. She is the joint leader. Suzuka the centre, and now Blazer kicking up on the fence to head them all off. 2 lengths to Ankara. Star of Haley very wide as Lady Camelot improves on the fence. Isla Tan second last outside of nothing to declare. The leaders are walking up front. Blazer just in front of Suzuka and Mrs. Geiger 3 out. A length away Lady Camelot, then Ankara the centre. Star of Haley green cap 3 wide. 2 lengths to Isla Tan and nothing to declare. Around the bend, Suzuka in the centre, just led from Blazer and Mrs. Geiger. Star of Haley 4 out. Ankara behind those. And Isla Tan switched to the outside, is really starting to hit top gear and run home well. Star of Haley raced to the front on top of the rise. Mrs. Geiger second. Here's Isla Tan and Ankara back to the fence. Star of Haley in front with 150 to run. Isla Tan's levelled up the outside. Ankara the fence running on, but Isla Tan put his head in front. It's Isla Tan's day today. He's streaking away and wins handsomely. Isla Tan first. Second is Star of Haley, and Ankara third from nothing to declare. Mrs. Geiger, Suzuka, Lady Camelot and Blazer, a weak effort, ran last. Isla Tan
into his races. Now Iridine's gone through the front of the gates here. Iridine through the front, but the ever alert clerk of the course is right there, and he hasn't gone all that far under Jason Patton, who's got him reined in now, and he won't. Goes in, and we're set and ready to go now for race 4. First leg of the quaddie. Good luck. Distant Beauty stood well on the inside. They're away, and Distant Beauty, one of the first out. Mr. Classical snagged back, and Whoopie Ride dropped out towards the end early. Silk Shamrock out in a hurry is looking for the front running, and in behind them is Zilfi settling third from Gathering Storm, Iridine, Chemical Brother, Conradin, and then Mr. Classical, and dropping out Whoopie Ride on the fence by the 1400 metres. Noel Callow takes Silk Shamrock to the lead by 2 lengths to Gathering Storm, right up there second today. Distant Beauty is 3/4 away on the rails. A length further back is Zilfi. Iridine trapped out 3 wide, 2 Chemical Brother, 1.5 to Conrad and Whoopie Ride and Mr. Classical. The leader is Silk Shamrock, out in search of the 1,000-metre mark. 2 lengths to Gathering Storm, a length and a half to Distant Beauty. Third on the inside of Zilfi, 2 lengths Iridine, Chemical Brother on the rail, 1.5 to Conradin in the last bunch, which includes Whoopie Ride on the fence and Mr. Classical, who's between horses, so Conradin's out wide there. At the 800 metres, Silk Shamrock a length and a quarter. Running second is Gathering Storm. Storm, a length away to Distant Beauty on the inside, 3/4 to Az Zilfi, who's ridden along at the moment. Then Chemical Brother over on the rails in 5th placing from Aerodyne, Conradin, followed by Whoopee Ride and Mr. Classical back last as they neared the turn. About 500 to go, and Silk Shamrock the leader. Distant Beauty going up on the inside to second now and comes away from the rail. Looks a challenge. Gathering Storm's under pressure. Chemical Brother has raced through along the inside to throw out its threat. Silk Shamrock being tackled by Distant Beauty. Chemical Brother wants to lay in a little bit, eases off the heels of Distant Beauty and comes on. Silk Shamrock getting off the track. Distant Beauty a neck away. Chemical Brother winding up on the outside. Silk Shamrock in front, but Chemical Brother's coming home the better. Chemical Brother and Silk Shamrock. Chemical Brother goes home too well. Draws clear, and Chemical Brother beats Silk Shamrock a length. Distant Beauty third. Then a gap to Whoopee Ride, who's run on fairly well for fourth from Az Zilfi. Then Mr. Classical. The last few coming in with good gaps between them. A long way back is Conradin. Aerodyne is next to go over the line, and Gathering Storm has failed to complete the course. Looks to have broken down and on the...
All in now.
To speed over. Escudero going forward in the early stages. Honourable mention was right up there as well on settling down with Mustang Symphony, and around the outside goes Skipper Regent. Then Voodoo Sunset. Further back to Palace Ruler. Final Statement was next on the inside from Rock City. Back with its Spiritualism. Then Scotland Yard on the inside. Bold Spirits a long way back on settling down. Back with it Queen of Mars, Lucky Striker. And Bellata was one of the last. They work towards the 1,000-metre point now. And Skipper Regent's whipped around the outside to take over. Leads from Escudero and Quichua. 2.5 further back to Mustang Symphony. Next was the favourite Honourable Mention. Then Voodoo Sunset. Brinkman's Rhythm was next from My Wise Guy. Then Palace Ruler starting to improve from Spiritualism. Further back Bold Spirit. Then Rock City. Queen of Mars well back with Scotland Yard. Also well back as they move up towards the turn. Lucky Striker. Back with it was Bellata. It was one of the last, and coming right to the outside now was Romanticised. Final Statement back with those. Skipper Regent led into the straight, led by a couple to Escudero. Joining in now quickly the favourite Honourable Mention, and down the outside with a good run now. It's joining in quickly. Palace Ruler, this new one for Tony Self. Palace Ruler moved up to Honourable Mention, then Quichua, Escudero, Rock City late. Honourable Mention, the favourite responding no. Drawing away now from Palace Ruler, Bold Spirit and Rock City, and Honourable Mention wins. Second was Palace Ruler. Third, give it to Bold Spirit narrowly from Rock City. Behind those Escudero, Romanticised. Queen of Mars was next from Quichua, then Scotland Yard. Further back Lucky Striker, Spiritualism. Well back Mustang Symphony. Behind it Final Statement. Then Voodoo Sunset. Skipper Regent knocked up after leading them up. Well back Brinkman's Rhythm with Bellata. And the last one in here was My Wise Guy. Favourites one here.
It was slow to go. Montan missed the kick a couple of lengths. First one to fire out of the gates is Not a Mistake. Mac Joey and Splice on his outside going forward. Not a Mistake will lead from Splice, Mac Joey and Riverdale wide from the grey-blue Clancy. Just Superb centre field the inside from My Wounded Knee, Cool Warrior, Dance to Glory getting back. They were followed by Donald, and on the inside Montan whipped them in. Down the back and Not a Mistake the front runner, and the rider now puts on the brakes, leads by a length and a half on Splice. Riverdale third, Mac Joey fourth, Riverdale 3 wide, Just Superb going up on the inside of Mac Joey. Blue Clancy is caught 3 wide and the rider taking off around them. They were followed by Cool Warrior racing centre field from My Wounded Knee, Donald, Dance to Glory and Montan. At the 1,200 metres mark, and he was caught wide on Blue Clancy Moses, and he's rushed him up to go up to tackle Not a Mistake. Riverdale is third, but covering ground from Splice, and back on the inside Just Superb. 2 lengths away in the field is Mac Joey. He is in between runners. Cool Warrior, Dance to Glory on his outside, starting to improve. They were followed by Donald, My Wounded Knee and Montan whipped them in. 8.50 out, and Blue Clancy on the outside of Not a Mistake, a neck in front. Riverdale covering ground 3 wide, Splice the centre, Just Superb fifth the rail. 2 lengths to Dance to Glory, 3 wide around Mac Joey, Cool Warrior the fence. A length to My Wounded Knee, Donald, and Montan whipped them in. Coming to the bend at the 600 metres mark, and Not a Mistake rated well in front, led by a neck. Blue Clancy second, Riverdale 3 wide and third. Just Superb next from Splice. Mac Joey coming out very wide, starting his run, Dance to Glory, and My Wounded Knee the deepest runner from Cool Warrior Donald. On top of the rise now at the 350. Not a Mistake the leader. Blue Clancy's moved up and now grabbed him. On the outside, Mac Joey running on from Riverdale. Just Superb the fence, and Splice getting a gap in the centre. Blue Clancy at the 200 metres mark in front. start. Riverdale and Mac Joey are trying hard. Not a mistake. Kicking again from Just Superb. Blue Clancy in front from a wall of runners. Riverdale coming home on the outside is Montan, but it's in front Blue Clancy and he wins. Either Riverdale, Montan or Splice for second and third. I'm not sure. Not a mistake. Just Superb next. They were followed by Donald, Cool Warrior, Mac Joey didn't go on. My Wounded Knee well back and Dance to Glory with the tailenders. Very tight bunch there, chasing Blue Clancy at $6 and $2.30. In a point late in betting. You've done fairly well on the total, half point better.
Point Rose of War easy. Cinnamon Cove has been a firmer by 4 points. Nearly set. Clay shot over near the outside in the gates. Cinnamon Cove linked in, completed the lineup. Loafer the clear favourite in gate 5, all clear given. Starter has them, one of the stalls, 2 have broken through, 3 now. Rose of War, Loafer and Rancho Spark in a chain reaction. Bang, 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 3 of them going through, but they haven't gone fast or hard or all that far. Not now. Rancho Spark has again joined them and they're set. And racing now, and Loafer began well with Plushka. Cinnamon Cove flew the gates on the outside. Rancho Spark was away well as they settled down. Veering Gold Venture get back a bit. Danelaw towards the end of the field and being ridden along early. They go past 1,000 now, and Cinnamon Cove from the outside gate has crossed the field off to lead now from Grand Bay up to second on the outside of Mancini's Magic, and Rancho Spark is fourth. A length and a half further back is Loafer moving up on the outside from Plushka Kit's Challenge. They're being followed by Clay Shot, Rose of War and Danelaw in a bunch together, and Gold Venture in veering the last 2. By the 600, Cinnamon Cove on the rails as a narrow leader from Mancini's Magic. Grand Bay 3 deep. Loafer capped on them a length and a half away. Clay Shot coming around the outside of Rose of War, and they're followed then by Danelaw to the outside from Plushka and Rancho Spark. Cinnamon Cove led as he kicks away 2 lengths into the straight. Loafer coming down the outside with Grand Bay. Mancini's Magic is battling, and then Rose of War and Clay Shot. Cinnamon Cove though inside the 200 by more than 2 lengths to Loafer, who's taking an age to get there, but he's winding up slowly, and Rose of War coming through. Cinnamon Cove now grabbed by Loafer. Rose of War lunges, but Loafer wins it. Loafer from Rose of War coming home well on the outside. Gold Venture in a photo with Cinnamon Cove, who just sat down the last little bit of the race. Then veering, followed in by Plushka, Grombe, Mancini's Magic, Clay Shot, Kit's Challenge. Danelaw well back, never raised back as sights, and Rancho Spark last of all. Stand by victory for Loafer. With 100 to go, he was struggling to pick up Cinnamon Cove, but the leader started to get the staggers in the last bit, and Loafer lunged, and the favourite arrives. Rose of War has finished very gamely. Number 11 has got second, and Gold Venture charging.
Was Queen Midas. Wider out to Canna with Cashmere Blue. Just in behind those Dangerous Reef with Embraces. And the 2 favourites run off their feet early. Visual Displays and Perak Gold. They're both back second last and a fair way off the leaders. We've got Lady Shalford on the inside. Queen Midas the centre. 3 deep to Canna. They're going hard. Cashmere Blue camped in behind the leaders with Embraces. Then Griswold. Dangerous Reef next from Visual Displays and Perak Gold not in the race. They turn for home. Queen Midas the leader from Takana running a cheeky race. Cashmere Blue wider out, then Lady Shalford. Embraces, Griswold and Visual Display starting to warm up at the 200. Cashmere Blue moved up to take the lead now from Queen Midas. Visual Display storming home late, but Cashmere Blue in front. Double for Mara Naleski, and Cashmere Blue wins. Oh, Visual Display's a big run second. You got her in the black book, haven't you? She's got second here and knows the Queen Midas. Perak Gold storming home late. Then Griswold, Embraces. Further back, Dangerous Reef, Lady Shalford and Takana. Cashmere Blue, number 5.
1970 the tote is a late scratching. Number 4 Street Star is a late scratching by order of the stewards acting under the information given to them by the club's veterinary surgeon. So we started with 7, we were down to 6, and now there were 5, and they're all set. Maestro Maker, the hot pot on the tote, at $1.40. That's with Street Star still in the pool. The gates are back and they're racing, and slow to go was the well-bred Filiation Angel, and Maestro Maker hit the ground running, going straight to the front. Second is Splendid Retreat. Baroncelli on the outside of In Danger, and 2 lengths settling at the tail of the field is Ocean Angel. Through the first couple of 100 metres, and Maestro Maker travelling on a sweet rein. He's in front, just wants to over-race fractionally. York's trying to steady him in the lead. Second is In Danger, wanting to get his mouth open. Then came Baroncelli on the outside of Splendid Retreat, and 3 lengths away to Ocean Angel. York has given the favourite in the top weight a little bit more leather, and at the 1,000 metres mark, he strode away Maestro Maker, led by 2.5 lengths on In Danger. Splendid Retreat 3/4 back the fence. 2 lengths to Baroncelli and 2.5 to Ocean Angel. Maestro Maker goes over the crossing, leading by 2.5 lengths. Splendid Retreat was able to sneak right up on the inside of In Danger. They're sharing second position. 2 lengths to Baroncelli and 3 lengths to Ocean Angel. Coming towards the bend, given a breather, the favourite, Maestro Maker. He led by just over a length on In Danger, going up to his flanks on the outside. Splendid Retreat is hugging the rail. 2 lengths to Baroncelli and 4 lengths to Ocean Angel. He comes around the bend, Maestro Maker. York about to put his foot flat to the floor, and as they come up over the rise, he led by just over a length on In Danger. On the outside, Baroncelli's running a bit of a race. This favourite's under pressure, and further back in the field then is Splendid Retreat. In Danger's after Maestro Maker, who's still in front. Maestro Maker about 3/4, a half in front. In Danger can't pick him up. Maestro Maker in front. He's going to win, but not nearly as impressive as he was last time. Maestro Maker a half length on the line to In Danger. 4 lengths away third, Baroncelli. Splendid Retreat. Ocean Angel late scratching at the barrier of number 4 Street Star. Maestro Maker the winner, and if you've taken the short odds, I take it your heart's back in.
In second place on the outside is Midnight Sun. They were followed 2 lengths further back to Cattle Kate, a length and a half away Civic Laws. Findarnali's a half length further back on the rails, and a half length the outside to Runa Bay. 1 length away came Valuation, 3 parts to stablemate Euclidite. Then Scottish Lass through on the inside of Falls Church. Quite a doll on the outside of Nova Claus, who's one off the fence. About 2 or 3 further lengths in the field into Josie Velez, Flying Rivers on its outside. Portree on the rails, then a gap of about 3 lengths to Maywarra, and Cafe, who is last of all. Along the back, they go to the 800, and Midnight Sun has dashed to the front and gone out to lead by 4 lengths. Wavishing in second place. Running third at this stage, another 3 lengths away was Cattle Kate. They were followed by Taruna Bay off around the outside of Civic Claus. Findarnali on the fence. Then came Quite a Doll, being followed by Falls Church as the leaders coming back towards the field. Scottish Lass through on the inside of Valuation. Then came Nova Claus. A gap to the others being headed by Josie Velez. Cafe, who starts a run around the outside. Euclidite dropped out with Maywarra, and Portree throws in the towel. They're in the straight, racing down towards the 200. Wavishing has hit the front. In second place, Midnight Sun. Here's Findarnali coming out after them, followed by Cattle Kate, then Scottish Lass and Nova Claus. 100 metres to go. Cattle Kate looms up on the outside. It's Cattle Kate. The tip's right, all right. Cattle Kate's hit the front and raced away to win it. Wavishing second. Third home was Midnight Sun. Nova Claus fourth. 15 Findarnali. Then came Scottish Lass. Next one behind them was Valuation. A gap to Flying Rivers, followed by Cafe, who's Civic Claus. Then came Joseph Velez, Maywarra. Well back was Taruna Bay with Euclidite, Quite a Doll, Falls Church, and last of all, Portree.
The Group 3 Autumn Stakes, 1400. They're all in and set. Light flashing. Paris Dream the inside. Racing now. Paris Dream jump well. So did Dignity Dancer, and Sedation's right up there as well, with the Destruction Point from the outside barrier zipping forward, and goes to the lead after 250 metres. Destruction Point led Dignity Dancer, who's quickly into second, placing outside Paris Dream. A length and a half Sedation, and then came Royal Voyage on the outside of Spectacular Gold. 1,000 to go, and Destruction Point, 2 lengths Paris Dream, and Nick Dignity Dancer on the outside. Following him is Sedation. On the rail, Spectacular Gold, and a half length away to Royal Voyage. At the 800, Destruction Point by a length to Paris Dream and a length to Dignity Dancer the outside. Sedation outside Spectacular Gold, and 2 lengths to Royal Voyage as they came down the side near the 600. Haven't gone all that hard. Destruction Point a half, Paris Dream a half, Dignity Dancer out 3 wide. Spectacular Gold back on the inside, followed by Sedation and 2 to Royal Voyage when they neared the home corner. And Cassidy about to go now on the favourite Dignity Dancer. He's digging him up on the outside. Destruction Point leads from Paris Dream, and Dignity Dancer 3 wide with a good kick left, it appears, as they balance for home. Sedation getting up behind them. At the 200, Paris Parastream takes the lead. Cassidy's called on the favourite now, Dignity Dancer. Destruction Point sticks on well on the inside. Parastream in front. Dignity Dancer with a job to do to get there is lifting Parastream. Destruction Point. Dignity Dancer, they hit the line. Dignity Dancer, I think he's got there to beat Destruction Point and Parastream. Sedation close up, and then a gap to Royal Voyage and Spectacular Gold. What a thrill, what a great battle between these three. Judge calls for the camera. Parastream in front for a long way up the straight from Destruction Point on the rail. Dignity Dancer really dug in, and he's got there, number two. Number two. Dignity Dancer has won the Autumn Stakes. Number 4, Destruction Point, Darren Gauci, and 3, Parastream fill the placings. 2-4-3. 2-4-3 official. Well, he was probably never going to get there all the way up the straight. And it's only been in the last couple of bounds that he's been able to peg back Parastream in the centre and Destruction Point on the rail. And it's just the courage and great, well, it's just champions do that.
Speed shortly after the start as well was Imperial Cross. Glacier Bay was wider out on the track, and there goes Victory Grin the Grey now right around the outside from Corregidor. Further back then to Winged Foot. Aragon Prince on its inside from Pro now Balmaha. Then Purring, and a length and a half to Bridge Fiasco last of all. 1,000 metres to go, and Reagan Rayner's taken the grey to the lead here. Victory Grin, and he sped away to lead by a couple. Into Jazz Racing second. On its inside was Medals. Glacier Bay was fourth. Next was Winged Foot, racing nice and keen to the lead here today. Around its outside, Corregidor. Aragon Prince back on the inside from Imperial Cross. Further back, Purring, Balmaha Pro now, and 2 to Bridge Fiasco last of all. They move up towards the home turn at the 600, and Victory Grin leading by a half to Enter Jazz. Glacier Bay now coming out 3 deep. Medals right behind those with Winged Foot and Corregidor. Further back then to Aragon Prince. Starting a run now was Purring around the outside from Imperial Cross. Well back Balmaha Pro now and Bridge Fiasco. In the straight at the 300, Victory Grin tackled now by Enter Jazz. Glacier Bay, Corregidor. Purring the widest runner, and Medals trying to get through. Glacier Bay went to Enter Jazz. Getting through Medals out wide. Purring and Pro now late. Purring moved up to Glacier Bay though, and Purring's going to get up. Purring beats Glacier Bay. Corregidor gets third. Pro now fourth. Then behind those runners into Jazz. Close up Balmaha with Aragon Prince, Medals, Winged Foot. He ran a good race first up today from Imperial Cross. Victory Grin caved right in, and it was back towards the tail with Bridge Fiasco. Purring the winner. Number 9. Purring first from Glacier Bay and Corregidor. 9-3-2. It'll be 9-3-2, and for the pick 4s, you'll need number 7, Pro Now. Number 9, Purring, a bay mare 6 by Top Post out of Creature of Habit. She's been a good mare. She's won 13 races now from 54 starts.
70, Masked Party very firm 5-10, Good Money per 2, 7-10, Can Grande out the gate. They're all set, ready for the running of the Group 2 challenge. They're racing. Ab Initio and on the outside, Masked Party away very quickly. Can Grande hit the ground running, and Traweeka's going to seal the big grey to the front after the first 200. He'll cross and lead. Ab Initio second, Masked Party third, Rebel Rock fourth. 3 lengths per 2, Zulu Chief, and 2.5 to last of all Anthems. Before the bend, Can Grande coasting in the lead. Rebel Rock sneaking up on his inside. Ab Initio 3 out. Masked Party the centre per 2 next. Zulu Chief is back second last and 2 lengths to Anthems. The Tui's Challenge Fielder on the bend. Can Grande 4 away from the fence, turns and travels well. Rebel Rock on his inside. Ab Initio a length away, called upon. Per 2 lengths further back from Masked Party. On top of the rise, Can Grande is joined by Rebel Rock and Ab Initio. Ab Initio's levelled up to Rebel Rock. 2 lengths away per 2, running on fairly, but Ab Initio, Cassidy drove the grey, flash clear. Ab Initio raced away, responded quickly. He raced away now from Rebel Rock and Anthems, and Ab Initio wins easily from Rebel Rock. Anthems a good run third. Per 2 was next from Masked Party, Can Grande. He died the last 200 metres, and last of all was Zulu Chief. Number 5.
1,400 metres, race 7, the Black Shoes out of Caulfield. All clear. Off they go. Unbeatable Lass began well on the inside with Escada Girl. Raja Bell out well with the line. Going forward there from the north over on the outside. As they settle down passing the 1,200 metres from the north. Takes it up ahead of Escada Girl. Raja Bell third. Unbeatable Lass easing back fourth on the inside. As they go down the side with the line improving around the outside of it with 1,000 metres to go. Another one trapped out on the outside of that. Come back to it about, it's a hot cut in fact. Then 2 lengths Lady Arlington, Kythera. Lady Cardigan next between horses, followed by Isazira, God's Walkie and Tinicadua. Down the side from the north, leads by about 2 lengths. Running second is Escada Girl. Raja Bell on the outside of Unbeatable Lass. One a line. Hot cut the outside. Lady Arlington in the green colours, midfield the rail. Then Lady Cardigan, Isazira. Kythera giving them a good start before the home turn, followed by God's Walkie and Tinicadua. From the north, 2 in front round the home turn. Raja Bell getting to second from Escada Girl. Unbeatable Lass back on the fence and then Hot Cut into line, followed by Lady Arlington. From the north, leads clearly. About 3 lengths, Raja Bell giving chase from Unbeatable Lass. Is Azira darting up on the inside. Lady Arlington in the clear. From the north with 150 to go. About 2 lengths in front. Lady Arlington is starting to close on it. And Tinicadua down the outside. Raja Bell bursting through. Lady Arlington swept on the front. Lady Arlington 1.5 lengths. Either Raja Bell or From the North fighting out the minors with Tinicadua making good ground out wide. God's Walkie next from Isazira, Lady Cardigan, and then came Hot Cut. Next to finish was Align Kythera, never came into it today. Towards the end, Unbeatable Lass and Escada Girl. Lady Arlington is the winner. Pouncing on them in the last little bit, ridden by Damien Oliver. And as they cross the line, we've got Wait Through from Eagle Farm. Lady Arlington grabbing the prize with Damien Oliver on board, and a photo for the minor end of the issue there. And they've run 122.8. Good gallop for these kind of horses. Now the minors coming through. Minor placings. Second's gone to number 3. Raja Bell. Third, number 1 From the North, in front of Tinicadua, who ran on for 4th out wide. And Lady Cardigan was 5th. 10-3-1 official. 10-3-1. Damien Oliver jumping on board today. Ran up.
Gilded Star will run. Thanks, Tom. Okay. So Buckle Down's out, late scratching at big odds at 4.25. Gilded Star will be the sub. It will run the fave. So it's been given the thumbs up. And they're away and racing, and he still jumped okay too, Gilded Star. In fact, he beat them out despite all the problems at the start. Reneg also came out quickly. Famishon showing speed on the inside from Delegate. Ride the Storm in that group as well with Kayaka 2. Back between runners then Courting Luck. Further back in the field, Jester Chester. Fonga's got a long way back on settling down with Market Price and Sideshow Charlie last of all. Buckle Down the late scratching. The top weight's gone to the lead now. Reneg leads by a length. Moving up on the outside to be second was Kayaka 2 and Gilded Star third in the box seat, the favourite, and travels well. 2 further back to Courting Luck, Famishon and its inside. Delegate was next. Jester Chester going through on the inside. Fonga was in that group as well. Around the outside, Ride the Storms out very wide from Market Price, and last of all, Sideshow Charlie. Reneg led down the side at the 600 by a length and a half to Gilded Star. He's waiting for a run there, Jolly. Kayaka 2, one of the roughies, has it in the pocket at the moment. Courting Luck about to come to the outside. Famishon back on the inside. Market Price also coming around them now as they move up to the home turn. Reneg led. He's out now on Gilded Star, though, to challenge the favourite. Wider out Market Price with Courting Luck at the 200. Jolly goes now for Gilded Star. Market Price starting to loom up strongly. Market Price goes to Gilded Star, then Reneg and Courting Luck. It's Market Price and Simon Price getting clear though from Gilded Star. Sideshow Charlie late, but Market Price bolts in. Wins by 3.5 to Gilded Star. Sideshow Charlie from last to run third. Courting Luck fourth, then Reneg. Further back, Fonga, Jester Chester. Behind those, Kayaka 2 with Ride the Storm, Delegate. Last in Famishon, the late scratching Buckle Down.
But improving all of the time with every race. Now they're all in. Starter is on his platform. The lights are flashing. They're all set and they're racing, and King of Atlantis dawdled out of the gate. Gala Ball and Down in Monterey on the outside, and Zaz Tov began very quickly, and Gala Ball showing speed. They were followed by Hunter Winemaker going through that gap into the centre of the field. Thackeray settles 6th the inside. 2 lengths to Faramore, Ron Zeno, here's the Prince. And King of Atlantis at the tail of the field. Gala Ball went to the front. Inside the 1200 metres mark, led by nearly a length on Zastov. On the outside, down in Monterey from Hunter Winemaker. 2 lengths to Thackeray inside Delta Lad. 2 lengths away in the field, Faramore outside of Here's the Prince. Ron Zeno second last, and King of Atlantis on the inside whipped them in. Gala Ball in front, and once Pengelly found the front at the 850, he slammed on the brakes. He led by a half length on down in Monterey, and Zastov the fence. Delta Lad 3 out, Thackeray, Hunter Winemaker together. A length away is Faramore from Here's the Prince, Ron Zeno and King of Atlantis. Coming up to the 650 metres mark, and Gala Ball with her ears pricked, led by a long neck on down in Monterey. Zastov the inside. Coming wide, Delta Lad. Faramore Satellite 6 deep. They were followed by Thackeray between runners awaiting a run. Further back, Hunter Winemaker, Ron Zeno. Then here's the Prince and King of Atlantis. In the stretch, Gala Ball, a clear-cut front runner. She led from Faramore down in Monterey. Thackeray, the centre's out. He's coming home well, and down the outside, Ron Zeno. Zastov under pressure. Cassidy had taken Thackeray to the front. Ron Zeno ran to second. Further back in the field is Hunter Winemaker running on, but Thackeray really stretching the neck now. He's careering away from Hunter Winemaker and Ron Zeno, and Thackeray lands big bets and wins from Hunter Winemaker and Ron Zeno. Then down in Monterey from Gala Ball, Faramore, Zastov a flop. They were followed by King of Atlantis, Delta Lad, and Here's the Prince was last home.
1,600 metres for the last on the program. There's the All Clear. Off they go. No exception, jumped away pretty well. Bell Pursuit began nicely down on the inside. Twilight Road was away fast. Solomina's up there with Thunderbird, and Multi going on the outside as they settle down now. Oh Joy dropped out to be last. Soffiter with about 3 behind her as Multi sped to the front. And climbing up near the 1,200 metres, it's Multi by 3/4, slowing them down a bit. And Twilight Road goes up into second. Mega Millions trapped out third, followed by Solomina, and No Exception. Both seem to just meet a wee bit of trouble there. Casual Liaison caught out 3 wide on the outside of them. Couple of lengths to Thunderbird, 3/4 Soffiter, 2 Bell Pursuit, Pukahina. Scenic Islanders with those, and 2 lengths last of all is Oh Joy. Mega Millions, after being trapped wide, went around the outside, and at the 800 metres led Multi by a length. Twilight Road is third. No Exception is fourth on the inside. Casual Liaison doing some work on the outside, and then Solomina. Soffiter is around her from Thunderbird back on the inside. Wonder Bell Pursuit, Scenic Island. Pukahina is second to last, and 2 to Oh Joy. Mega Millions leads coming up towards the turn. Twilight Road improving rapidly, has gone up to second now. Multi on the fence, and there's Solomina taking off around the outside. No Exception got away from the rails coming up towards the turn, and Pukahina putting in a run from Soffiter and Thunderbird when they corner. Twilight Road dashed to the lead from Mega Millions. Solomina's running on well. No Exception down on the inside with Thunderbird finishing fairly. Twilight Road the leader, rolling about a bit. Solomina, Thunderbird is coming home, and Pukahina storming down the outside. Thunderbird hit the front in the middle. Thunderbird from Pukahina. Thunderbird holding on, and Thunderbird 1.5 length to Pukahina. A length and a half to Twilight Road third. Oh Joy from last, charging home 4 from Solomina, Scenic Island, and then Multi. Back behind her to finish was Bell Pursuit. No Exception dropped right out in the straight. Soffiter towards the end. Mega Millions tiring, and Casual Liaison after racing wide last of all. Thunderbirds a go in the last, number 2. Racking up a double for Damien Oliver. She didn't put in with the blinkers off at Moonee Valley at the night meeting. Straight back on, and she's produced a brilliant finishing run to score. 2, Thunderbird first. 9, Pukahina from well back has got second. And 7, Twilight Road, after dashing to the front at the turn, is third. 2, 9 and 7. Oh Joy was fourth, and fifth was Scenic Island. Favourite No Exception. She did get into a little bit of trouble in the early part of the race, but had a nice travel into it thereafter. But she was disappointing in the run home, and Thunderbird has cracked it for a first Metropolitan success. She's a Cranbourne winner in maiden company a few runs ago. Then a handy run at Sandown, but very disappointing at Moonee Valley last time out.
Thunderbird 2. Virgil. 9.20, 8.90, 8.95. Damien Oliver piloting Thunderbird in place of Virgil today. Gold Coast Race 7, which that meant absolutely nothing to people in Sydney. Ken's Joy $2.50, Le Style 14, Majestic Rhythm 4.40. 5 Beltani at 5.95, 6 Spun 21, Land Ahoy 39. And there must be other runners. Black Henry number 12 at $11. Kembla Grange is coming up. The Doctor's Son, $3.60. Astro Link, $4.60. Montana Downs, $2.60. Gifted Angel, 20. Jane's hit 11. Noble Handout at $8.50. Rockadara, 23. Selections 312 at Kembla, a Class 1 over 1,000. They're getting set at the Gold Coast. Totes Ascot on 5.32. Noble Sky, $4.10. Beat Durham Express and Zeta Moss. Trifecta, $74.10. Now let's take it to the Gold Coast. Windy day there. Here's Steve.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful day, Hilton, but the wind has picked up. Being so close to the coast here, I suppose we're only 3 or 4 kilometres from the coast. And the wind has come up, which plays havoc with the horses. Majestic Rhythm goes in. And we've only got about half a dozen to come forward. Ken's Joy's got a bit of an ask here, Hilton. He's got a wide gate. He's up 2 classes from maiden to Class 2 company. I thought number 3 had a good chance in the race. Majestic Rhythm, a good Ipswich last start winner. Fill in the gates quickly. Only a couple to come up now. Maasai Red goes in. Majestic Rhythm has joined them. Beltani, Black Henry and Ken's Joy. Spun, Naked Flame and Rolly, along with New Game in the last couple. Now these runners are slowly but surely getting in. Naked Flame, the breeze picks up as Spun goes in. In those Trevor Whittington colours, ridden by Terry Ducker today. Spun, got a good chance in the race. Now New Game, the only grey in the race, trained by Kay Tinsley. In the same colours as Vita Celeste today, ran second in Town In. As it goes up now, New Game, Rolly goes in. Last one, Mr. Fanning about to come round to the ladder. We're almost, we're a bit over start time, so we're running a little bit late here at the coast. All these runners in. Red light about to be posted on top of the gates. The Verve, Clico, Ponsarden gates are full, and we're set for dispatch. Ken's Joy is the favourite. Drawn out wide. Wayne Cutter here aboard, the apprentice. They're ready now. Off and racing, and very imposing off the inside. One of the first to go, but immediately taken on by Listyle. Maasai Red is going forward, so too Beltani. Naked Flame and Black Henry up out wide on the track. Then Ken's Joy, the favourite. Rolly, it's outside. Very imposing drop back. Land Ahoy. Majestic Rhythm back to forward last. Behind it is now Moringa's Rose. Then New Game and Spun dropped out to the tail on the 1350 metre bend. And the leader Listyle raced away down the back of the track, led by a couple on Maasai Red. Rolly runs to third. On the outside of Naked Flame, followed then by Black Henry. Behind it now is very imposing Beltani. Ken's Joy's got in one off the fence. Land Hoy behind it, followed then by Majestic Rhythm, tracking the favourite everywhere he goes. 2 lengths away, third last, Moringa's Rose. Followed a couple away, New Game and Spunner dropped out to the last. Gee, they're strung out. 1,000 metres to go on the top bend, and the leader Listyle raced away, led by 4 on Maasai Red, who has the job of taking the field up to this runaway leader. Rolly third, the outside behind them. Naked Flame, Black Henry, very imposing. Ken's Joy, the favourite, now going forward on the outside of Beltani. Followed in behind them, Land Ahoy, Majestic Rhythm travelling nicely, tracking into the race well. Then 3 lengths away, Moringa's Rose. New Game and Spun under pressure at the tail of the field on the side. 5.50 to go. Listyle got away, led by 3 on Maasai Red. Rolly. Now Majestic Rhythm, the rider wasn't happy with the pace. He takes off around the outside. Ken's Joy's tracking it. Behind it is Beltani. Then well back is Black Henry, very imposing. And Land Ahoy heads the rest. The leader Listyle. Majestic Rhythm on the outside is the fresh horse on the scene. Majestic Rhythm strode to the front over Listyle. Now Ken's Joy on the outside, the favourite. Majestic Rhythm just in front of Ken's Joy. Majestic Rhythm's Ken's Joy, they came together. Ken's Joy the outside, the top, he went to the front, and it's a double coming up for young Cutter here as Ken's Joy streaks away, beats Majestic Rhythm. Beltani's run third, then Listyle fourth, followed by Land Ahoy out wide of the track.
Ready to go, Kembla. Here's Kevin.
Set. Racing. And away pretty quickly out wide was Jane's Hit, beginning fairly Montana Downs, and also Rockadara began all right and followed through along the inside by Astro Link. Behind those, the Doctor's Son, and back to the rear now, Rockadara. Coming down the side of the 700, Astro Link shows the way, about a half length here. Now moving up on the outside of it is Rockadara.